What is up, and welcome to another Terraria video. In this video we're going to be talking about the Frost Moon. The Frost Moon is a pretty fun event in Terraria that is available post-Plantera that you can activate with the Naughty Present, which is crafted from Silk, Ectoplasm, and Souls of Fright. And it's a pretty good event. There's a lot of cool weapons, and we're going to be going over all the different weapons that you can obtain during this event. And we're going to be starting off with the melee class. And in the melee class, we have a sword and a spear. Starting with the sword, we have the Christmas Tree Sword. Now, this is a pretty good weapon that drops from the Ever Scream. It has a respectable 86 damage, and it shoots a star projectile, as you can see in the clips. And as the star shoots out, it also drops ornaments that drop and then explode. It got a pretty good buff in the last couple of patches, and it's a very usable weapon now. You can kill Golem with this weapon. You can definitely use this post Golem. I wouldn't recommend trying to use this against the pillars or anything. It's kind of overshined by other melee weapons like the Terra Blade post Plantera. So it's a very good weapon though for Golem, and you should definitely try it. It got a good buff in the last couple updates. Next, we're gonna have the North Pole. The North Pole is actually the best spear in the game, and it's dropped by the Ice Queen. The North Pole is not an auto-click weapon, so you have to keep spamming the weapon unless you have like the Berserker's Glove or something. And it shoots a giant spear projectile that lets off like a bunch of little snowflakes that fall below it. Same like this and the Christmas Tree Sword both have like the ability to carpet bomb areas if you like shoot them sideways, and all the projectiles will fall below. So it's a pretty useful weapon for events, like later events in the game, like the Martian invasion and such. But these are definitely the weakest class, the Frost Moon, besides like Summoner, because actually Summoner doesn't get any weapons for the Frost Moon, so kind of lame for Summoners. But anyways, we're gonna move on to magic now. And the first magic weapon we have is the Razor Pine. It's dropped from the Everscream, and it has an insanely high fire rate, but the projectiles it shoots are affected by gravity. It's kind of like the vampire knives in a sense, where you shoot it and it falls off kind of shortly after, but it has an insanely high fire rate, and the DPS is just insane on this weapon. It actually kind of goes crazy. It shoots little pine needles, and if you're close enough to the boss, if you can get close enough to the boss, especially paired with like Spectre armor, this weapon shreds. It's definitely gonna get you like all the way to the pillars. You could definitely even take down the Lunatic Cultist with this. I would definitely suggest picking this weapon up along with the next magic weapon, which is the Blizzard Staff. And the Blizzard Staff is dropped from the Ice Queen, and it's kind of like a better version of the Daedalus Stormbow, except it's a magic weapon. It rains like giant blizzard crystals from the sky, and it's like pretty good if you're in the Martian invasion and you're hiding underneath an arena and you want to like do damage from above. It's kind of insane. And it also has crazy high DPS. It's great for the pillars and the Lunatic Cultist, and both of the magic weapons are super strong in this event. So I would definitely be doing the Frost Moon if you're a mage playthrough. But that's going to be all for the magic weapons, and we're going to move on to range now, which has the most amount of weapons, which is 3. And the first weapon we have is the Snowman Cannon. This weapon's dropped by the Ice Queen, and it has a base damage of 67, and it's kind of one of the best weapons from the Frost Moon, if not the best weapon. If you pair it with the mini nukes, it has homing capabilities, so it's going to be extremely useful. You can absolutely destroy Golem, the Empress of Light, Duke Fishron, pretty much all of the bosses for the rest of the game, minus the Moonlord. Once you defeat the Vortex Pillar with this weapon, you're going to want to switch to one of those weapons, but this is absolutely, without a doubt, the best launcher in the game. If you get your hands on this, I would definitely use it. I think it's better than the Electrosphere launcher from the Martian invasion. I don't think it gets any better than the Snowman Cannon as far as launchers go. The homing makes it just pretty much unstoppable. Pair this with the Rocket Shroomite headgear, and it's going to take you to the end of the game. So definitely pick this up if you're going on a launcher playthrough in hard mode. I highly recommend it. And the next ranged weapon is also pretty good. It's the Chain Gun. The Chain Gun has a base damage of 31, and it shoots like insanely fast. It's kind of hard to control, so I would definitely recommend using Glorified Bullets with this. but because of its insanely fast fire rate, if you pair this with chlorophyte bullets, it's going to do a lot of damage. Its best modifier is actually rapid, which you don't see a lot, just to increase the fire rate. You can obviously destroy Duke Fishron and the other bosses like this, as I mentioned with the Snowman Cannon. This is a great moon for rangers. Both the ranger guns are insane along with the magic ones, so definitely do this moon if you're a ranger or a mage. Definitely going to want to pick up the chain gun. It drops from Santa NK1 and it's just absolutely shreds in the later game. And finally, the last weapon and the last ranged weapon, and it's definitely last and least. It's the elf meter. It uses gel as ammo, so all that gel that you haven't been throwing away and saving for this moment, you can finally pull out that gel and not use this weapon at all, because it's really not that good. The only reason I would recommend to use this weapon, and I actually did use this weapon in my ranger playthrough, is just to save ammo. You have this weapon and you use it when you're running around mining and farming, just to save ammo on your better weapons. You happen to have a lot of gel saved up, and it's not that bad. The range isn't anything special. It doesn't home. It doesn't really do anything special besides inflict like the burn debuff. Other than that, you don't want to use this against any bosses or anything. Just use this when you want to save ammo. And yeah, completely not that good at all. Same with the other flamethrower. Flamethrowers in Terraria have never been that good, and they probably won't ever be. I don't see that changing anytime soon. And really quick before we wrap up the video, I'm just going to point out any other cool drops from the Frost Moon really quick. First, we have the Festive Wings. They're pretty on par with any pre-Golem wings you can get your hands on. If you happen to get them, you might as well use them. They're pretty good. Then there's the Christmas Hook. Nothing really special about it. And there's a train in the background. I'm going to keep recording anyway. Maybe I'm not. I'll be right back. Okay, and the last notable thing from the Frost Moon is the Toy Tank. It's a Master Mode exclusive. It drops from Santa NK1. It is a mount that also like shoots bullets, so it's a little bit of extra damage. It's not anything special. And I want to point out that the Festive Wings and the Christmas Hook are both dropped by the Everscream. I did not mention that. And that's pretty much all for the cool drops. There's also a Grinch pet and a reindeer mount. But if you're interested in that, you can always check it out on the wiki. But that's going to be all of the drops from the Frost Moon. That is going to be the end of the weapon guide for the Frost Moon. If you want to see this for the rest of the moons, let me know. There's only one other moon. But if you want to see this for the rest of like events like the Martian invasion and the pirate invasion and all that stuff, I'll make sure to do that for sure. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. Make sure to like, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for watching. Comment any suggestions you have, and have a good one. Thanks.